right. Okay, I think we're it. Let me just type in the comments. All right, sick, bro. What's going on?
What's up, Blake? We're
Yo,
here.
yeah, it is awesome, man. So glad to have you. Sorry, everyone. Took us a couple extra minutes. Eric and I actually hopped on super early at 10 o'clock, and we were just chit chatting. And I was running everything and running the stream, and then like right at 10:23, basically OBS crashed. I had to restart my computer. Here we are, 10:31, right on time, and we have Efdot here today, who's going to talk about a bunch of different things. He's got a card right now available on Topps.com. It's a Ted Williams, and it's fire. There's an Easter egg in there, has to do with his grandfather, right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So that link to get the card is just available until 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yep. That card is available till 1 tomorrow. Thank you for giving
Yeah,
me this shout out
yeah, of
so
course.
quickly.
Yeah, no, we're gonna
Yeah,
be doing it like the whole show. We'll just keep
all
pointing them
right.
down to that every so often.
Sick.
Yeah. Tight, man. So welcome. So we're gonna talk about that. You said you have another project outside of 2020 that we're gonna touch on, right? Do you want to give any
Yeah.
teaser on that, or you want to just drop the bomb later or whatever?
It has to do with murals, but we'll
Okay,
talk about it a little later.
great.
Yeah.
Mural
Yeah.
thing. And we're going to talk about his Patreon page. I think it's super brilliant when all the artists, at least the ones that I was talking to, Eric, Tyson Beck, Keith Shore, a couple of these guys, as we started to roll out autographs, Eric started a Patreon page, which I think is amazing. Like a really cool way to share like super exclusive content. You get pre-orders of autographs, right? Like all kinds of stuff. You get to see the card before anyone else sees it. And it's cool because like you're giving people access for like as little as $5 a month or $5 a creation. Sorry. So, but that's only like what
$10 a month,
$10 a
basically.
month basically.
Um, yeah, I guess what I noticed was in all of these groups, like the Facebook group, the blowout forums, the Instagram and Twitter, there's just a lot of noise. And I wanted a way to chat with the people who are interested in my series in a less noisy place.
Right.
And then also in exchange for creating like this extra content, the live streams, the progress, works in progress, and then the other perks like the autograph cards, I wanted to just separate it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was totally an experiment, and I made
Yeah.
a couple of really big mistakes in the beginning, but now it's gotten to a place where it's really cool place to like really just help my series get better.
Yeah.
I get these great ideas from the collectors too when I show them
Yeah.
my works in progress.
That's awesome, man. Well, I want to hear about both those mistakes and then also all the collaboration progress. I think is dope. Cool. Well, let's see. Let's see what we're up to. We got 53 concurrents. That's solid. What are you drinking tonight?
Brooklyn Lager.
Nice, man.
We're both
And you're in
New
Brooklyn.
York right now. You're
Yeah.
in Queens or Brooklyn?
I'm in Queens. So I think we're only like 5 miles apart right now, or less.
Yeah.
Probably less.
Yeah.
Which is
Keeping that
crazy.
distance.
Which is crazy. So Eric is in his studio. We were just talking that like I'm in my studio as well. There's other people in our buildings and like nobody's here right now except for us, which is kind of cool. Let's see here. Oh wow. Okay, Lauren's in here. My dad's in here. Sorry, just looking through the comments, trying to see. Eric, thank you very much. Yes, smash that like button. Guys, I'm gonna copy paste in again the link on Tops to the current Ted Williams. Awesome. And then also you have the Nolan Ryan autographs that you still have available, right?
Yeah, that was my last card that came out. I loved after that card. I think my whole series got way better in terms of just the process and the ability to like work in Easter eggs and look up history of the players and stuff. I think when I got started, because I've never really designed baseball cards before, I wasn't really sure what to do and how to approach it with my style. So I tried to set some rules for myself and stick to some aspects of what each card is going to look like, because I have a few different styles that I like to create in.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that third card, I think that was really when the Patreon people started influencing it a lot, because the first two cards I had finished before I even started that.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was the Nolan Ryan card right here.
Go
Actually,
Ricky asked, he says he loves your cards. He can't wait for your Ricky. When's your Ricky? Do you know
I
yet?
wish I knew.
Yeah, I have so many cards. I have no idea.
This was like a middle progress sketch for that.
Yeah.
I started working the train.
Yeah, dude, the train's sick. And I love how you put the Nolan Ryan Express at the top. You ended up with that diamond. It's gorgeous, dude.
Thanks, man. I actually tried to do an analog card for the Ted Williams, and it wasn't coming out so good. And I would love to do more analog cards. I just need to figure out the process and the style.
Yeah.
I spent the first month and a half of quarantine, like not being able to come to my studio.
Yeah.
I was staying with family in the suburbs, just like getting out of New York City, and I really missed being here and getting to paint and really just like spread out and make a mess.
Yeah.
And now that I'm back, I'm like not even used to it. I have to get back into the swing of painting every day, and because I like to do both, painting analog and then designing and illustrating digitally.
Yeah, I saw a video, I think it was on your Instagram, where you were spray painting, but it looked like you were like outdoors. It was like grassy. I think there was like a lake or like a river right there. Like that looked awesome. Where was that?
Yeah, that was my family house's backyard, basically, like down the hill from their house.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in Westchester. That's where I grew up. Where did you grow up again? California?
Yeah, Northern California, north of San Francisco.
Nice. I told you I was just out in San Francisco too before all this, right?
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, it's fun, man. I miss it. I grew up on it's like a 2-acre kind of a ranch / farm property, and like my first art studio was at their house, and it was in this old barn, very rustic barn, and there's like all these stalls that were originally horse stalls. And there's one horse still left that is named Spook, and he's like my neighbor, and so he's like a few stalls down. And then I've converted different stalls into like different, like I have a painting room, I have like a canvas storage room, an epoxy, like a clean room where I don't really paint and I just do like epoxy or photograph works and stuff. So it's pretty awesome. I love like being out there and having like all the land and all the greenery is great. Very different than New York.
That's the dream right there for sure.
Yeah.
Having space to spread out, space to play.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, well let's talk about, as far as space to play, let's talk about some of the mural stuff.
Yeah, sure. So murals, I'd say, are my primary medium as an artist.
Yeah.
I've been doing them for over 5 years now, and some of it was personal, like street art type work where I just go and get permission and do a piece with no direction. And then I've also done a lot of commercial murals.
Yeah.
Murals have been super popular lately. They've just been popping off. Like every business wants a mural now.
Yeah.
And the thing I learned about murals is, as an artist like trying to build a business, is that people value murals a lot more than a typical like drawing on paper. It could be the same artwork, but if it's drawn on paper, it's smaller. It doesn't have as much of an impact.
Sure.
So the mural work was really where I found my stride and started building a career around it. Awesome. And now a lot of people like kind of ask me like, how did you get into murals, and how do I get into murals, and what are the steps, and how do you get your sketch on the wall? All these artists are wondering how to get into it, because it is a bit of a barrier to entry compared to other artwork types.
Yeah, you gotta find a wall that people let you paint on, and a lot of paint.
People give up there. It's how do you get a wall that you can do what you want?
Dude, you need a Patreon for that, like mural, like teaching people the mural business.
The cool thing about this Tops project is it's growing so much in popularity, and I didn't expect to be able to do the Patreon, to be able to do the autograph series. And so I'm funneling that money like to help me give back to the art community. Nice. And create content that helps them for free.
Nice. I love that.
Because these artists, they don't have the expendable income, a lot of them, like some collectors. So it's a gift for them, and it's something I've wanted to create for a long time. But ironically, all of my mural projects got postponed or canceled or just because of the pandemic. And I wasn't able to go out and paint the murals. So instead, I'm kind of creating something that's going to be more evergreen, like this advice for artists to get into murals. It's really where my passion lies, is not just creating art, but also helping other artists and teaching. Yeah.
I think it would be really, so I have like a background in digital marketing before I was a full-time painter. And so like I think about that and I hear it and I think like you're spot on, and like I love like that you're giving back to the artist community and saying, screw it, this content's for free, this is going to help them build their business. unfortunately, like I think that like because of like human psychology, it might be interesting to test. Go ahead and give it away for free. Put it out there in the ether, but also create some type of separate parallel same content, but charge like $1 for it, like something very very small, because like I think that as soon as people exchange money for something, then they're like a little bit more committed, and like there's so much free content I think online that like if people wanted the information, they could probably find it. It'd be very like fragmented. Like you're probably putting it into one cohesive spot, which is awesome. But like, I think to like hold and keep someone's attention, like even exchanging any type of any amount of currency, like make it affordable, right? Because we got to look out for each other. But like, because if you can get a bunch of people paying $1 or whatever, $10, whatever the number is irrelevant, and then like they're taking it more seriously and they're taking their steps, then like you're getting more testimonials and it's going to reach more people. Like it actually could impact more people by like increasing the barrier to entry a tiny little bit, just to get like more serious people, I guess.
I totally agree with you, man. I agree that there should be some kind of premium element to it that is behind a small paywall, just to help get those people who are really interested in it. And then also like what I found with the Patreon is I'm creating this content specifically for them, so it feels a lot less like shouting into the void, and more like I made this gift for you. Like,
and they pay attention, right? If you just like if you took all your Patreon content and you just put it on social media for everyone to see, everyone might just be like whatever. But instead we're getting the emails to be like, Efdot just released his card, here's the sneak peek, here's the fucking access to the early autographs. Like it's an event, right? And it's because people are buying in. So like, and maybe even it's not even financial. Maybe you just tell people, all right, I have this program, right? For if you want to be serious about murals, you just have to fill out this application, and they just got to put in their stuff, and just as long as they submit it, say, hey, congratulations, I saw your application, I appreciate your hard work, here's the program for free. Like, I don't know, it could just be that.
Let me tell you about the actual content itself, because basically what I'm doing is I'm starting a new Instagram account. I got very lucky at the end of last year, and I was able to get the Instagram account at Muralists.
That's amazing.
Like for free, and it just kind of fell in my lap in a way. Amazing. And I just it was the catalyst that made me say I got to grow this community of like-minded artists.
That's great.
So if you can go check that out now. I have only like 6 posts on there. Next week on Monday is when I'm actually announcing it to the rest of my audience, so it hasn't even been announced yet. And then next month in June, I'm going to be launching a podcast, interviewing different muralists and everything from like commercial artists, fine artists, street artists, anybody who paints walls or large scale, even like sculptors. And I think that could be the part where I do the Patreon for that, where if you want to get early access to the episodes or, the uncut version of the interviews, that kind of thing. For $1, for $2.
Totally.
And then I'll offer more resources, but that's how it's starting. And it's exciting, man, because I love sharing other artists' work, but I found that when I share it, I'll just keep talking to you guys.
I was just switching hats. I saw a comment earlier about my A's hat, so I wanted to put it on real quick.
You gotta have multiple hats throughout the live stream.
You gotta have hats throughout the live stream. Hat swap. Hat change. Sorry.
I found that, like, when I share other artists' work on my platform, people get confused and they think it was my own, or it just creates a lot of noise. It's like my Instagram, which is my main platform, should be for sharing updates about my work and my career.
Totally.
And obviously, like, from time to time, I'll share what I'm doing or who I'm collaborating with. But the Muralist project really gives me a place to share other artists' work in a specific and like valuable way. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love it.
Yeah.
And it's also like, diversifying income streams is so important. And I see like you doing like the merch too and the prints. Like, what would you say? And if you don't want to talk about this, or you would say next question is fine, but like, are you doing a lot of like that merch and print side versus originals, or outside of Project 2020? Like, I'd just be curious what your split looks like.
This is one of my prints that I sell in my shop.
Oh, gorgeous. I think I have. Oh no, I have the 3D version of that one coming.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I sell like this is a painting, collaborative painting. And I have a bunch of stuff in my shop, like from small sizes to full like pieces for your wall.
Yeah.
My split, I'd say, typically is like 60% client projects.
Yep.
15 to 20% my shop, and then the rest of it is my online class. that I have about sketching and illustration. I'm probably going to do a class about murals soon too on the same platform. It's called Skillshare.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Skillshare. Awesome.
And then I have a couple other projects that are, I guess they're client projects, but I don't get paid in like one lump sum. It's more like royalties.
Okay. Nice.
So it's like 60-40 client work to everything else.
Yeah. Is the Skillshare completely evergreen, or are you doing like weekly calls with the students or anything like that?
That one's pretty passive, I'd say.
That's great.
Yeah. Nice. I just have to. Well, I don't have to. I get to go inside and like see all the illustrations that these students made, and then just leave comments.
Yeah.
Jeremy says Herring meets Escher. That's exactly my two like biggest influences.
That's great.
Yeah.
So Jeremy's son, Joaquin, I don't know if he's watching right now. Actually, I'm gonna go get this because I think this was so sick.
Thanks everybody for the good feedback on the new card. It was exciting to get to launch this and see the reaction. What do you got here? What do you got here?
So Joaquin made this, which is like, during Banksy's residency in New York, he had like a painting that was this. This is my New York accent with kind of the loose graffiti style, and then he had another one that was like his British accent. I don't know. It's just some piece that he made. Anyways, this dude Joaquin. And his dad, Jeremy, who just commented, Herring meets Escher, was like sending me Instagram videos because he was watching my process in the studio, and then he's like, I'm doing it with my son, and he killed it. So anyways, that was super tight that he's here now.
That's awesome.
And he sent me that art. Let's see what else we got. So you got the Instagram or the YouTube comments up now?
Yeah, I can see them now.
Great. Yeah. Okay, Eric's promoting your Efdot's latest card. Great, thank you. I love the red of the Williams. Nice. Eugene, new fan here. Bam. Here we go. Making moves.
It's great. Cool to see people come around. I feel like I'm kind of the underdog in this series in terms of.
I don't think that at all, bro. People love you. You're in the community. People love it.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying this is, like I said, this is my first time doing like a sports related project. Okay. And like I don't usually do portraits either. Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of mostly leaving the card, like the player, like untouched for the most part. Yeah. For now. And I mean, you guys are making me want to get more into the illustration game with portraits, but there's a few factors that make me feel a little bit like the underdog, but I like that a little bit, you know.
Nice. Well, I think your stuff's awesome, man. I've gotten a few of the cards already as they starting to come in, and like it's so fun looking at the artist cards all next to each other in the artist sets. It's just like it's gorgeous. It's awesome. I wish that I had bought more of the early cards. I didn't buy a lot before card 18, which is when my first card dropped. So I've got some gaps, but like everything after 18, I have every single card, and most of the time in multiples, which is fun.
Yeah, I should have bought more McGuire's. I only have, I think, like 5 of these to keep for full sets or for my own collection.
Yeah, one sec.
Mike is asking, how do I describe my style? Well, I like to say that it's bold and simple, yet like full of personality and playfulness. I try to bring out the curiosity that we all had when we were younger in my art, because I search for that. I'm a skateboarder. That's my main passion outside of art, and I just think that skateboarding is like the best outlet for me to express myself and just make up rules, make up tricks, and be a kid again. And so I try to bring that feeling of skating into my art.
It's awesome. Shortboard, longboard, both?
Shortboard. I got one over here. It's like a cruiser. Check it out.
Nice. Oh, that's great. That looks super fun. I lived in LA for a couple years, and that's when I was also working in marketing, but I wouldn't take any meetings that I couldn't skateboard to or Skype to. So I had a car, but I just hated to drive in LA, and I just would like longboard around. Arbor was like right down on Santa Monica, like on the Venice Boardwalk. They had the Arbor store, and I would just go in there, and every time I got like a new marketing contract, I'd be like, I'm going to buy another Arbor skateboard. And I had like a sweet collection of like just different longboards and stuff to cruise around with. So much fun.
awesome. Yeah. I'll be skateboarding until my body can't handle it anymore, basically. Oh, Eugene wants me to do a kickflip.
Oh, are we gonna do a kickflip live? I can't.
Good try.
Hey man, I couldn't do a kickflip live.
I'm gonna give it one try for Eugene.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay.
No pressure.
Okay. This is great, guys.
He probably wasn't even serious.
He probably was serious.
Can you see the board?
Yeah, we can see it.
Ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Oh, count it. Nice.
I'll take it.
Hell yeah. Bro, that's great. That's
Don't
great.
touch, but...
Lauren says, Bean, show us a painting. Bean, I can't share the painting I worked on today. I'm not allowed yet.
I got some paintings.
I'll find, yeah, let's go get some paintings. I'm going to get a painting that's a very different style than my usual style, but it's a fun one.
It's an abstract one.
Oh, that's sick.
Collaboration with my stuff on.
I love that. Dude, I love how many collabs you do. It's so cool.
It was kind of by accident, I think. I always love getting new ideas from other artists, like I was saying before, and
Yeah.
when the energy is flowing, you just gotta get it out on paper or canvas, whatever.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sick.
All right, Bean, I'm going to show him a painting. So, this was, there's an artist that I really love. His name's Timmy Sneaks. Have you heard of him? Eric?
No.
Oh.
Timmy
Sneaks. Sneaks. He does this, like,
Oh,
cartoon overlapping thing and then colors it in like a coloring book. So I kind of was, like, doing a study on his style. And this is what I came up with. And I
Wow,
love
that's
it.
cool,
It's
man.
like characters from Robin Hood. It's kind of hard to...
Did you do it all spray paint?
Spray paint, acrylic, crink pens. It's like a bunch of stuff. Fun passion project, just a personal collection piece.
Jason is asking when our Trout, Ichiro, Ripkins are coming out. I have no idea. Unfortunately, Topps doesn't even tell us that stuff. They told me my next 4 cards, but knowing them, it'll probably change again before those 4 cards launch.
My next card was supposed to be Trout, and then it got switched to Mark McGuire, which I'm actually very excited about. So that's on 5/20, but anything else after that, I don't know. I think Trout's after, but I don't know. I've got my Willie Mays due pretty soon. Mariano Rivera. Those are my 4 that I have right now.
I got Tony Gwynn and Don Mattingly, which I can give a little sneak peek of that one because I already shared it.
Yes. Don has some awesome fans, and the fact that his charity's buying cards and then having him sign them is so cool.
Here's my work in progress for Mattingly.
Yes, dude, that's sick.
My favorite detail is this part where he's like making a confused face and it just says why.
Why? That's great, dude. And I love you got the Hitman up there over his back.
Yeah, these are sketches that I'm probably gonna spend some more time and work some more little secrets, Easter eggs in there.
Yeah.
And this is my Jackie.
Nice.
So far.
Dude, that's like got some Saved by the Bell vibes a little bit to me. I love that.
Yeah, I think I use 90s colors like without thinking about it.
Yeah, I do, dude. I do that all the time. I have for sure. I have a palette that I work in by accident, and it's basically Saved by the Bell.
I got my Griffey here, but I'm not gonna show it.
Oh, sorry,
it's not
guys.
really that good. Like, it's not really like at a point where I can show it yet. So
That's fair.
And also, I got to keep some stuff for the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So.
By the way, that's a good segue. Right down below this video, click the link. You can buy Efdot, aka Eric's latest card, Ted Williams, which is available on Topps.com until 1 p.m. tomorrow. Get it while you can. PRs are going up and up, so also you should probably go on eBay and get his other cards now, if you haven't yet. Below that, we have his Patreon page. You can get early access to his cards, like that Ken Griffey. Is that up there now or not yet?
Not yet. I did a live stream, so I can post the replay in there soon, but it's not up there yet.
Okay.
In the Patreon, though, that's where I'm going to be offering the autographed cards early before the rest of the world, and also at a discount.
So what if what if you get
1 p.m. is when my Ted Williams autographs go up, but only for Patreon first, and then 5 p.m. for the rest of the world.
And what like how many Ted Williams autos are you going to put up?
I'm planning to do, well, I have it written down over here, a few different tiers like you have been doing. It's going to be around 100 total, a little more than 100 for the autos. And then I also have an unnumbered series of black ink signed cards. So that's just like, as people, I might buy more on eBay later if I feel like I didn't get enough. And yeah,
that's awesome.
But there will be at least 100 numbered ones. So,
cool. I love that.
Yeah.
And so what if you have 100 patrons and they all buy it up before it even goes public? That could happen, right?
That's true. I actually did a poll today to see if people will be buying this one or if they're buying the one from Topps or both. Yeah. And most people said that they're going to get both, which is awesome.
Yeah. That is ideal. That's the ideal scenario.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I might have to offer. Right now I only have 70 something, 80 patrons.
Yeah, so, but they can buy more than one, right?
That's true. They can.
I mean, sometimes I have, several different auto levels now. If one person buy one of each.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's insanely crazy. It's insanely crazy. Yeah. Well, that's it's a good problem to have. If if you sell out before it hits the public, then great. So all the more reason for anybody watching to join the Patreon now, because you never know what's going to be left.
It's true.
Yeah, that's dope. I love that.
Have you been limiting, like, people can only buy a certain number of autos from your site, or you just say buy whatever you want?
So far, I've said buy whatever you want. The first person to make me question doing that is somebody bought 10 of my Jackie Robinson Red edition of 99, like 10 at a time. I'm like, all right. I mean, I honestly, like, I want people to be able to flip my cards and make money, and I'm already, like, seeing that a little bit, and that makes me feel great. But, like, there's some cutoff, and it's obviously somewhere between 10 and buying all 100 of them. Like, if someone wanted to buy all 100, I wouldn't sell it to them. But if someone came up with 100 fake names and bought one of each from each fake name, like, I would, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about those kind of issues that, like, Topps deals with.
Yeah. I've been struggling a little bit with keeping the Patreon content in Patreon. Because I had a couple people in Patreon. I found out who it was. They were, like, sharing the discount code. So I'm doing it differently now. I'm not offering a discount code. I'm just going to, like, keep it password protected. So it's essentially a code, but it's for the first few hours, it's going to be one price. And then at the end of that window that Patreon has, this 4 hours, it'll be up to full price, basically. So no codes that can be shared, and if they miss it in those 4 hours.
But they could, in theory, they could give someone the password to the page.
But they only have 4 hours to do so. And,
got it. Okay, that makes sense. That it's not like an ongoing thing.
And if it continues to be a problem, what I'm probably going to do is open up a higher tier on Patreon and only offer discounts to those people, because those are essentially the people that are willing to. Yeah, it sucks that people are sharing the coupon. I know people are commenting. But I don't know. Maybe it's fine. I think there's only so much I can do, and I think I'm already offering a lot to the people in there, but even besides the discount.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I saw a question I want to answer real quick. Jimmy asked, will you sign the complete set at the end, or should I send each card as I get it? Please send a bunch at a time instead of just one at a time. I will sign all your cards for free, but I would love it if I could do them either in, like, batches of 5 or 10 or ideally 20. I will do all my cards for free in black on numbered ink. It's just, like, so much mail every single day. It's like it's crazy, this stack of mail that I have of black Nolan Ryans that I need to sign and send back right now. So if you can save it, I would really appreciate that. Who is that? Was that Jimmy? Anyways, sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to get that out there for the world. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, it sounds like the sneaker community. That's right. Jimmy, you got it. Autos are hot. They'll sell out quick and be on eBay. That's exactly true. They're going to do that. All right, let's see.
We did one eBay auction through my friend who.
Oh yeah, I saw that you're gold.
And it was a rose gold, 1 of 1, and we got it up over 1,000, which was awesome.
That's
and
so
then we
sick.
donated half the profits to the Red Cross.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing that again with this series.
It's awesome.
With the technical bills.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's great, man. And I think that like the next one will do 2,500. I think it's like only on the up, dude. It's a great spot. The rose gold is beautiful too. What
I'm mixing the gold ink with pink ink to get that
I was
color.
just gonna ask what pen company are you using? Because I use Posca paint pens to sign all my autos so far, and I like it. But I think like down the line maybe I would be down to experiment with some other inks or.
I've been using Sharpie and Crink because I like the oil based. And it like pops off the card. Even though the card is already glossy, I think it looks really nice on there.
Can you get the Crink like pens that I've had in the past are like so fat? Can you get like smaller, skinnier tip ones?
I have some right here. I can show you.
Yeah.
This is the Sharpie paint pen that I've been using for most of them now, and here's the Crink.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it looks like a Molotov.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Damn, I'm gonna have to order some of those. Yeah,
we got a couple questions in here that I wanted to answer.
What's that?
A couple questions in the comments I wanted to answer.
Let's do it.
Jimmy, yes, I'm in Williamsburg, East Williamsburg. I just moved into a new apartment about a mile from here, so I've just been skating back and forth. It's been great since I've been back. Then
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, go for it. Christopher is asking me to talk about the Blob in my artwork. So the Blob is this creature, pretty ubiquitous in all my work these days. And if you guys want to know about the origin story of this character, basically I started my career doing a lot of hand lettering and doing just words and typography and everything. And I felt like I got a little bit bored with that after a while, especially when it just became really hard to find my style. And I wasn't also the best writer in the world, so when you're doing lettering, you have to come up with quotes or phrases as well. And so I was just looking for an abstract style or some kind of character I could draw, and so I started following a lot of new artists and traveling more and trying to get inspiration from different places. I spent a couple years living in Latin America and traveling for work down there. That's a whole other story, but through that experience of living in Latin America and getting to see some of the indigenous art in the museums as well was really what informed my current style. I love the geometry and the organic nature of some of that artwork. It just really resonates with me to my core for some reason. Even the values of the cultures in Latin America really resonate with me, and now I can speak Spanish too. So really the Blob came from that experience of living down in South America and traveling in around Latin America, including Mexico, even though it's not in South America. But this was like the predecessor to the Blob. I had this other character that I would draw. He didn't have a name. But yeah, this kind of led to this. And now the Blob has taken many forms. I'm definitely going to be doing a Blob card, like a collector's card, just for people in the Patreon. Because we're allowed to make 1,000 of our own design that isn't based on a player, right?
Yes.
So the Blob will have a card. That's my plan. I haven't finished it yet, but
dude,
hope you guys like that story. I love hearing. What's up?
Another thing that we should do. Okay, I've been like splatter painting on cards, calling them card art, and then just mailing them to people for free. But like, we should do a collab series where you paint the Blob or like draw, with a paint pen on top of this, and either like we do some that I splatter first and then I send to you, and some that you draw your Blob on and then you send to me and then I splatter on top, and we have like, that would be so sick.
Yeah, I think so too.
And we could do like a charity thing. Maybe
I love it.
New York first responders or something. It'd be sick.
The thing I love about drawing this character is because it's so simple and yet it still has a lot of personality. And it conveys an emotion without even having a face. Really, it's just an eyeball. And it's also kind of based on the idea of just like curling up in a ball or like feeling like a fetus or a baby.
Yeah.
Back to that idea of bringing out your sense of curiosity as a kid. I think that's what I'm also trying to hit on with this. And it also just became something I could do fairly quickly and like simply.
Yeah. Will you hold it up really quick? I want to get a good screenshot of it.
Hold on.
Shit. Hold on. Gotta do that again. I got it right on the switch.
Got it.
All right. Hold on. No, hold it up. 3, 2, 1. Crushed it. Tight. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I love it. And like, it's so cool, like, to have something like that, like a character that you own for like licensing is just, I mean, it's amazing. Like, I know you said like you hadn't done like a ton of portraits before the 2020. Like, that's like all I do is painting other people, but like I couldn't go and license that to Michael Kors, right? To put on a handbag or something, and you totally could have that be a thing. You know, company aside, just, you get the idea.
Yeah, Madewell is a brand that I'm collaborating with. They're using the Blob like on a skateboard on their shirts and stuff. And we're doing a mural. Whenever their store opens up again, we're doing a mural. But yeah, it's great to have that opportunity to like have the signature thing. It took a long time for me to decide on what that would look like, but now I feel like at least for a season, like I'm calling this a series. You know, the Blob isn't going to be present through my whole career probably, but it's just it's also a vehicle for me to experiment, because if I just keep some things the same and then I'm able to switch up the colors, the line weights, like the backgrounds, it becomes a recognizable thing, and then I can experiment with the other variables, you know.
Yeah, I think he's brilliant.
Patrick, is that your dad?
Yeah.
Patrick's asking, what tablet and software do I use? This is iPad Pro, the newish one, and I use an app called Procreate to sketch out my designs. This is what it looks like in my digital sketchbook.
And is it similar to Photoshop where you're like making layers and layers, and then you could be like, all right, we'll hide that layer, and we'll hide, you know?
Yeah, basically the same thing. And the thing I love about it is you might have seen these videos where it starts like animating. It's when every single stroke of the pen records a frame of video, so that way I can like see that. Cool,
that's how you do your time lapses.
Yeah, it's just an automatic time lapse.
That's so sick.
The whole process of.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, man, I wonder if he takes screenshots every time he does something. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, you gotta try it.
Yeah,
it's cool.
So I have it was actually a birthday present from Patrick and my mom, Rebecca. Nice. Dude, that's so sick. Yeah, I have like a Wacom. It's a couple years old now, and I've played with it a little bit. I've used it for a little bit of like kind of retouching my paintings in Photoshop, but I've never like created anything from scratch with it, and I think that would be super fun.
Yeah, it's addicting.
Yeah,
once you get the process down, for sure.
Yeah. And being able to like lie in bed actually is like a great idea. If I could like lie in bed and be making art, even if I'm just like sketching ideas, like that would be pretty great. It's pretty everything that I do is all like spray paint and like very hands-on, messy, so I can't do it from bed yet.
Be careful though, because once you start bringing your work to bed, it's hard to set those boundaries, and
True.
You end up like working later, and like some mornings if I have something that I'm really excited about doing, I'll just wake up and start working without even getting my morning routine going. But it's not good.
Yeah, but also like you're that excited about what you do that you wake up and like want to work is also cool. But yeah, I mean,
that's true.
I feel you. I feel you. We're pretty we're blessed, man. I think like I don't know how you know, the mural business for you obviously has got to be impacted by everything that's going on right now. Like I feel like if I didn't have the Topps Project 2020, I would be in such a different place right now, like mentally, creatively. Keep getting text messages. All these West Coast friends in the early time.
Put that on vibrate, man. What you doing?
I know it's my laptop. Anyways, yeah, like it's crazy. Like when I got the Topps thing, and I don't know when they got in contact with you, but like I knew about it for like I'd say like 6 months before it launched that I was going to be in it, 5 or 6 months, and I wasn't allowed to tell anyone. and I was so excited. And then all the COVID stuff started happening, and I was just like thinking, I was like, oh no, like no one's gonna have money to buy baseball cards. You know, it's gonna be people are gonna be worried about other things, as they should be. Like obviously, it's a luxury hobby, but at the same time, like what I didn't realize is like no, everyone that's stuck at home has cards in their garage, and they're gonna start pulling them out and going down trips down memory lane, like I did with my dad. This hat is a testament to it. It's like it sucks. Like everything that's going on right now in the world sucks so bad, but like Topps Project 2020 is actually giving people like a really cool thing to like look forward to at 1 o'clock Monday through Friday, and there's a ton of people that are like really stoked about it. So it's really awesome to be like a part of that, you know?
Yeah, and I'm excited to see over the course of the year how it continues to explode, because right now I think it's starting to really gain traction in the baseball card and baseball community, and everyone really is finding out about it. But the art community, I think, there's only like a handful of articles that have been written about this, right, in major art publications.
Yep.
And so I think by the end of the year, like these artists that normally, some of these artists get articles written about them every month or every a couple weeks. Now they're going to be talking about baseball cards, and now Topps gets on like hype beast, and like we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, I would love to see like some Juxtaposed magazine or ArtNet, like some kind of like big coverage would be cool. Tony, if you're watching, Tony's my publicist. That's the next thing. We got to get on some of these art publications. Any ones that you suggest too, Eric. Like, I would love to crack that code.
Yeah, I have a PR friend of mine working on it too. We'll see what happens. I don't have the big list like she does.
Yeah,
but
it's awesome.
It seems like there's a good story there as well, and I think the funny thing about my practice is I'm switching back and forth between like large scale mural thinking and then this
baseball cards
present down with a small card. Mm-hmm. So it's two very different projects, but I'm tying them together in interesting ways. Did you buy that?
Yeah, I picked it up late because I had missed some early cards, and I was like, I need this. So this is 17. I dropped 18. And I like only bought the cards after 18, so I got this fortunately from a collector
cool.
Who's not sleeping on the project. So that came in today, which is awesome. I love it.
Right.
I love it, man. My Maguire. I'm so excited about my Maguire. It's gonna be ridiculous. He was my favorite player growing up, so like I'm so.
Big Mac. That's gonna be great. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
It's coming out on the 20th, you said?
Yeah, on the 20th. I literally just submitted it to Topps, like tonight.
Isn't that the best feeling?
Yeah, it feels great. I've been working on this for a couple of weeks, and it's rare for me. Like I do 200 paintings a year, pretty much every year.
That like exactly?
It's between 175 and 225 every year. I've got my system, and it's like. So that's cranking out, like, on average, like, for studio days, it's like a piece a day. But I do, like, usually I'll work on 5 things at one time, and I'll finish them over the course of a week. From Monday to Friday. So, but also, like, if I get a commission and I have to finish a painting in a day, if I do nothing else, I can complete something from blank canvas to, like, ready to ship, ready to hang in one day. And so, like, for me to, like, I spent, like, multiple weeks on this Maguire, and I've, like, reworked things, and, like, it was a lot more like involved process than my usual process of just kind of stream of consciousness. This is what I'm feeling. Bam, that's the art. Okay, next thing. This one I have like, there's just a lot of history there. So it's really exciting. I can't wait for people to see it.
That's great, man. Yeah, I think the one that I'm most excited about is Jeter. Mainly because of the player. Like I grew up going to Yankee games. Huge Jeter fan. I think I had a poster in my room. And yeah, I started working on that one already, but I don't know when it's coming out, so I've just kind of shifted my focus onto some sooner ones.
Right.
And then obviously like Griffey and Trout are going to be big cards, but as far as the player that I'm most excited about is Jeter. I also really like Roberto Clemente. When I was a kid, I opened up pack of cards and got a Roberto Clemente bat card, just from a cheap pack of cards, and
ever since
I still have it.
Yeah.
And I think that's my favorite card that I own.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yes, it's cool. Did you collect baseball cards? Like, I mean, beyond that, like, was that kind of a thing you were?
Yeah, I
doing?
collected all kinds of cards when I was a kid. I stopped probably around like 14, 15 years old, but I held on to the ones that I loved. And I still would see them every now and again. There was a hobby shop right across the street from my school. And so I had like a relationship with the guy that owned that store, and it was called Terry's Grand Slam. It's pretty dope.
That's awesome.
And I was like homies with Terry, and so he would hook me
Yeah.
up. We had a system where I would be in school, so I'd go there on my lunch break and spend my whatever
Lunch money.
Yeah, a ton of money I had back then.
Yeah. No, lunch
and
money
whatever
though.
I had,
Lunch money. Yeah.
lunch money basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would get lunch and just get cards.
Yeah.
But we would buy so many cards, me and my brother, that he would keep a brown paper bag with our name on it of like all the cards that we wanted to like save, but we didn't want to have to carry.
Right.
So he would just have a little storage box for us, basically.
Dude, so tell me this: is Terry's shop still there?
Unfortunately, not. It's gone.
Are you still? Could you get in contact with him?
He was really old when I was a kid, so I think he's probably on his last years if he's still alive.
Yeah.
So I would love to try. I'm sure I haven't tried.
Yeah, I have like God, I have a mosquito. How do we get in the studio? This is a closed area. It's a private studio. Okay, so I went to this place called Diamond Sports Cards as a kid, and my dad even like got stuff from this guy Bobby who owns it. So we would always just call it Bobby's, but it was called Diamond Sports Cards. But he's still there, and he's surviving. And like even during all this craziness, like I've heard randomly a collector I met through Project 2020, this guy Aaron Sports Cards, was like, I had mentioned Bobby and Diamond, and he's like, I know Bobby very well. He's a good friend of mine, and he still sees him. So like the shop, fortunately, is literally next door to my local art store called Riley Street Art Supplies in my hometown. So like once I started doing art full time 5 years ago, and I started going to that store all the time, I would always check in on Bobby. And then I told him that like I was painting a lot of professional athletes, which was a niche that I've kind of have fallen into in the last few years. But I literally have not told him about the Topps Project 2020. And so like my goal is to like get my whole complete set. And I'm buying like a couple, I'm doing a bunch with the autos, like, a bunch of us, but I'm also just keeping some aside for different reasons. And one of them is going to be a full set of all 20 cards. And I'm going to come in, I'm going to give to Bobby. And it's going to be like the best time ever because I like grew up buying, like I would go there and like same thing. I'd have like basically lunch money and I'd be like, well, I could buy like a pack or I could buy like 3 grab bags. And I was all about those grab bags because you just got so many more cards. And like they were almost always junk, but like everyone, it was the ultimate gambler. I was just like, give me all the grab bags. And I can't wait to just go in and be like, Bobby, here's your grab bag. It's going to be great.
I didn't even mention this, but I used to sell cards when I was a kid too.
Nice.
We had a little push cart that we would push around recess.
Yeah. Nice.
Me and my brother would sell cards.
That's amazing.
To other kids.
Yeah.
And trade stuff. That's amazing, man. That's going to be a great moment when you get to present that full series.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I also like, I mean, even just since coming into this project, like I've gotten, like sometimes on my live streams, I'll just open up boxes of cards. And then that's what I paint on and becomes this. And then I give these away for free. But it's like, it all like, people love to see that. People in the hobby love to watch like you break boxes. And like, I'm like just getting back into it. So I don't know that much about it. So I'll be like opening this and the fans will be like, oh, that player's tight. Oh, you should check that. Oh, that's cool. And it's like so fun, like learning, from the same people that are, supporting our art and in the hobby. It's great.
Yeah, I gotta order some cards. Topps was supposed to send me some
of the
original cards, but like reprints of them, but I haven't gotten them yet.
Okay, follow up with them. Jeff, is that who you're talking to?
Yep.
Yeah, tell. Yeah, Jeff makes those decisions. Hit up Jeff and be like, Jeff, I need this, and send me a care package. Like it. I live like right above a Target in New York, and they had like some, actually very similar to this, these like heritage boxes. So I was buying them from Target, and then I was opening them on my live stream, and people were loving it. But it's expensive to buy from like retail from Target. It's not a cheap hobby, And so I hit up Jeff and I was just like, dude, I'm already doing this. I'm opening cards. It's all tops. I want to promote you guys. Could I get any kind of discount if I just buy cards straight from you guys? And he's like, oh, we don't have a discount program. And then like, he kept seeing like, you know, me hustle and like working with like in the card community. And then he hit me up later and he's like, hey, we found a couple extra boxes. We can send you some. And so he actually sent me like a really nice care package, but very recently. And that was just because I kept hounding him. And I'm like, yo, I want cards. I want to do this. So you should do that. Because he'll send you this stuff. They have it. We're making them, you know, we're making their site crash like every day at 1 p.m. Eastern. So like they gotta, yeah, it's all good.
I feel really blessed, man. Like this wouldn't be. I mean, yeah, we're making the art that's going on their site that's making it crash. But you know, you saw some of the other artists out there that are not selected for the project and they're trying to like get involved or create their own versions of the cards, and it just doesn't have the same effect because it's not official. Right. It's like a bootleg version of the series. So
yeah,
it really is, you know, thanks to Topps. You know, there's a lot of things about their website that aren't so great, but I think.
Well, they're getting better. I think it's getting better and better. It's just like, it's great. I mean, if you know, there's a bunch of issues that maybe weren't thought of ahead of time because maybe they didn't know how big. Oh yes, did you just do that?
Yeah, I'm just like doodling with the crink.
You know these are what my my autos go in.
Yeah, you definitely inspired me to start like drawing on the packages a little more.
So yeah, that's like the whole shebang.
Yeah, you really put some time into those, man.
Dude, it's crazy. So like I'm actually, it sucks that I'm still holding this in my hand because this is supposed to be in the mail today, but it's so much manual labor work to like handwrite certificates of authenticity, hand paint on the things. I got all the stickers on these now and in these like extra bags. Like
that's what they're paying for though, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I have no issue putting in the work. I just feel bad because a lot of these people ordered a long time ago because my hologram stickers took forever. And I couldn't you know, bag them until I have the hologram stickers. And then I thought later, I'm like, oh, I should paint on the boxes since these guys have waited so long. So that was like a last minute ad. And then even the certificate of authenticity, I was going to have a generic printed, just one. And I'm like, nah, I gotta write on what, you know, I don't know. It's awesome. How's the box coming? Is that for the gold 101?
This is yellow.
Oh, nice. Sick.
I don't know. I might do some of these guys or use the bigger crink markers too. This is just a test, basically. I haven't really been drawing. I've been embossing the packages. I have like a logo embosser that I use.
That's amazing.
It's right here. It's pretty nice. It's like perfect for this little area on the top of the box.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, that's sick. With the EF dot.
I got a little off center on that one, but
it's okay. Dude, that's awesome. Where did I would love to get one of those emboss makers.
Yeah, I got it at moo.com.
Okay, that's what I use for my cards.
Place I make the business cards, yeah.
Yeah, I get my cards through them. I just actually, I can show people on the live stream because this is pretty tight.
You guys enjoying this live stream? This is really cool. I've been doing live streams through Patreon, but they're really like exclusive and private. And what I'm thinking now for the future is to do an exclusive Patreon live stream and then a public live stream that's a little bit shorter through YouTube like this. That's my plan.
You totally should do that.
Yeah.
It's been great. Yeah, so these are all my cards. And on the back of them, I have all my different art. So these are all my old ones. Like I already had like 16. This one's very popular, the Kobe card. Jordan card also with the Last Dance is popular.
And you just give those away?
Oh yeah. These are just my business cards. But I'll let people pick. They'll be like, oh, you got a card, and I'm like, fan them out, and they're like, holy crap. Anyways, I just added.
It's like a little work of art, though. Yeah.
Yes, and it's like the size of a baseball card, so you can put it in a one touch. So I added the Ricky Henderson, which is a painting I did a while ago. This picture of me and my dad, which I love. It's like a business card, and then it's like me as a baby.
That's great.
Which is
That's
awesome.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, I got to get a little more creative with my business cards. I've been using the same one for a while because I just haven't run out yet.
Yeah.
In this COVID world, it's like there's not so many opportunities to give people business cards.
Well, there is if you're mailing them with free art cards and you're giving them to everyone that tunes into your live stream, which is what I'm doing. And like I've got like 700 things to mail out right now, but
that's a good idea. I can give away some business cards. I might get some new ones made and then
mail them out with your autographs. Put 3 of them in every package. You should totally do that, I think. But yeah, Moo's awesome. So Moo made your embosser.
They did. I'm not sure if they're offering it anymore. I remember they pulled it off the website for a while, but there's some other websites that offer the logo embosser. I think it's a really nice touch.
Yeah.
Joe Sports Collector is asking me if I get any inspiration from the Gons. Gons is a famous skateboarder, Mark Gonzalez, and I think Crooked Skateboarding was my favorite brand growing up, and he started Crooked Skateboarding, like a New York skateboard company. I even did like a self-portrait of mine based on his style before I had an artistic style that was my own. So yeah, big inspiration from the Gons. Love that.
Nice. Mike asks, what other artwork in the project have you both been really enjoying so far?
Who else's artwork?
A lot of them.
A lot of them.
A lot of them, honestly.
Yeah.
I like that everyone has their own touch.
I had a phone call last night with JK5. Awesome. Joseph.
Yeah.
Love his style, how he's really just sticking to black and white, and
he had the red sun in the Ichiro.
Yeah, he said he wants to do little pops of color. He was really planning out like how it's going to look as a series, and already picturing like where are the pops of color and making a composition from them from the 20 cards before even finishing them. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Next level.
Yeah.
I really like that one. That style. And then also I've been enjoying Keith Shore's. I think they're really different from the rest of the series.
Totally.
Because he'll just like cartoonize it basically, and also Ermsey.
Yeah, and Fucci.
Same kind of vibe, but similar vibe. They're like both flat color and cartoon inspired.
Yeah, and Fucci too.
Fucci, yeah.
Yeah, I love all that. I love King Saladin's work.
Yeah, Gregory Sif. I know he was on the live stream.
Yeah, Gregory's. I mean, I followed his work for a long ass time. It was so cool to see him in the project. God, Tyson. I think Tyson's work is so awesome. Like in looking at that set, like the scrapbooking theme, I think is really well done. I love Ben Baller's cards. I think like, it's his card, and he's a great brand builder, and like I thought the Trout was awesome.
Yeah, I agree. My card was dropped with his Trout.
Yeah. The
Nolan Ryan card. Yeah. So it was great to see like the response to both cards at the same time. And I did a little giveaway where people got to guess like the combined print run. Which
no one guessed. Did anyone guess high enough?
Yeah, there was one guy that got like only 100 away.
Holy crap!
And then a couple people guessed higher, but mostly people were under guessing for sure.
Well, I mean, dude, yeah, I mean that print day blew it all out of the water.
Yeah, and right now the Ted Williams is up there with Don C's first card, and he went with the bling bling gold card as well. So I think
you're getting some good pairings.
Stronger. Yeah, that people they just like pairing my cards, like the contrast of my flat but like really bright pop colors with the metallic. I think it works really well together as a pair.
Yeah, I wonder if like it looks like when I order that card that it's gonna come and it's gonna be like foil and like refractor kind of shiny. I wonder.
I have a story to share here. So yeah, actually, I hope that's reflective and not printed gold. We'll see. Didn't say anything on the website.
Yeah, no, so I know, but
I'd be disappointed if it was printed the color gold.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that for Joshua Vides cards.
Yeah.
He did like a special varnish on the black lines.
Yeah, the matte finish.
I think Topps probably has the capability to do like a gold foil.
Oh, they absolutely have the capability. Yeah.
They haven't like offered that to us, I don't think, right? Not yet.
Well, I mean, I don't think that they went to Josh and said, "Hey, Josh, we have an idea. We're gonna make your stuff matte." He probably said, "Hey, this is an idea that I have. I want to keep it simple. I'm gonna do these little highlights, and I would like to take a finish thing." Like, I mean, he came to them with that idea. I don't think that they didn't come to him.
Yeah.
So like, Don C, same thing. Like, if Don C said, "Yo, I'm gonna do my card in all gold, and I want it to be foil refractor," they're gonna be like, "Great, thank you for finally coming to the project." Like, People were waiting for him for a long time. It would not surprise me if Topps drops it with like a chrome refractor, like, which would be sick.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. I hope that they do that.
Chris is asking me what's the story behind the multicolored background on the McGuire. So this is what he's talking about right here, the pattern in the background. One of my early inspirations is my grandmother. She was an artist as well. She would make stained glass. That was her medium of choice. And without even really trying, I ended up making a lot of art that was inspired by her technique. I didn't used to make art with her. I never made a stained glass piece. It was too late, basically. By that time, I wasn't even really much of an artist when she was doing it, but I have that in my blood, and I think I just really enjoy the idea of stained glass as an abstract pattern. So that's kind of where that came from. It's not from Mark McGuire or a special story or anything. It's more from my history.
Nice.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Mike is asking, do I paint skateboards? Yeah, sometimes I do that. I did a workshop a couple years ago where I taught people how to paint skateboards, but it's not something I have been doing a lot super lately. Maybe sometime soon would be cool. They're a pain to ship because you can't roll them up or anything.
Yeah. Do you ship your originals rolled up?
I usually ship my originals rolled up because I usually do them on paper. I have some on canvas, but I mostly sell my originals on like large pieces of paper these days. I do want to get into more large canvas stuff, especially when I work with galleries, because then they can just handle all the logistics of it.
Yeah, totally. That's awesome.
Yeah. What other questions we got in here? Jerry asks, am I into Supreme? Not really.
Honestly, I don't even really know what Supreme is. Like, I know it's a brand, but it's a bunch of different things.
It's an old skate brand that got really, really popular in the last 10 years.
Was it a skate? Is it a skate brand?
I mean, they do make skateboards from time to time, and they have a skate team, so I guess it's a skate brand, but really it's a streetwear brand.
Got it.
And they were the first company to really, I think, nail the limited edition, limited time drops for products.
Yeah.
And get people lined up around the corner to get a pair of sneakers.
Right. Dude, I would love to do a baseball card with them.
Yeah, Supreme baseball card. That would be.
That would be cool. Sick. That'd be sick. Like, dude, no. And you could do it like a skateboard. I don't know. It could be cool. Could be cool.
I like what they do sometimes. Like their skate videos are really nice, but in my opinion, the streetwear is a little overpriced and too much hype for what you're getting. For me, I like to, if I'm gonna buy like a special product, I want to see the love that went into it, not like see Helvetica on a T-shirt. You know, like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I'm getting a error not receiving that video for streaming. Well, we might. It looks like it's working. Remember the issue that we had right at the beginning when we started the live stream? Well, it just popped up an error message now. So if we get cut off, then I guess that's why. But yeah, I guess maybe we'll wrap it up. Sorry, I honestly don't know if they're gonna see what's happening right now or not. But it's been dope having you, bro.
Yeah, thank you again, man. Thank you for inviting me on. I know we had the idea a couple weeks ago, and then tonight it was just like, let's do it. All right, why not?
Just made sense, man.
Yeah,
that's sick. Okay, so let's go through the run. So number 1, buy the card on Topps. Thank you, Eric, for putting that in there in the comments right now. I'll put it in as well. Definitely scoop up that card on Topps. Ted Williams available until 1 o'clock tomorrow. The other thing is the Nolan Ryan card still available. There's a couple artist autos left, or is that the unnumbered series? Which one?
The unnumbered black.
Unnumbered black
ink cards are available.
Okay, great. That link's in the comments down below also, below the Topps link. And then below that is the Patreon, where you can get early access, which might just mean you have a chance to maybe get an autographed card pretty soon, because Eric's stuff's blowing up, and the Patreon people get the first shot at the autos, and they're probably going to sell out before they hit the public, so you got to join up. That's pretty much it, right? And then also at Muralists on Instagram. Is that
so
live?
it's just
Can people follow you there?
Efdot on Instagram, EFDOT. And then if you want to follow my side project about murals and muralists, it's just @muralists on Instagram. A lot of links. I think the Patreon is where I'd want to send you, because you're going to get the updates about all my cards. Like, even if the Ted Williams wasn't your favorite, that's where you'll get updates on all the cards. And I think it's affordable. It'll be a really good place to keep in touch with any collectors that enjoy my series, or just like hearing me talk about this stuff. So thank you all. Thank you, Blake. And I'm excited to see your next card, man.
Thanks, bro. All right. I'm going to end the stream on YouTube. You can stay on Zoom if you want to. Okay. Let's see here. And
bye, everybody.
And, yeah, so I have people saying, like, thanks so much, guys. That was great. Blah, appreciate your time. I can't tell, honestly, if that last bit went or not, to be honest, but I guess we'll find out.